I would like to introduce you to a concept called leaning in. Leaning in is when you lean into someone else's path, someone else's energy. And as you lean into someone else's energy, someone else's path, you're giving away your power. And when you give away your power into someone else's path, it's almost like you're giving away your manifestations. You're giving away your vibrations. And you're stopping the law of attraction from working to its fullest potential. Everyone has their own individual path. Everyone has their own individual journey. Everyone has their own pains, their own sufferings. Everyone has their own belief systems, their own identities, their own philosophies about life and the way that life should be lived. For example, we can give our energy into an ideology, a movement such as feminism. Now, with feminism, we have a bad side to feminism, but we also have a positive side to feminism. Overall, I think the underlying surface intention behind the feminine movement or the feminism movement is a positive intention. However, when a woman or a man, or however you identify yourself, when you lean in to the movement and you're not a free thinker about the movement, guess what? You are now giving away a power to a belief system, to a movement, to whatever you want to call it, that hasn't come from complete free will. Again, it's someone else's path, someone else's idea, someone else's journey. Another example of this is personal development, personal growth, spirituality, self-help, right? Everyone has different opinions, different ideas about the law of attraction, about manifesting, about growing, building confidence, whatever area you want to grow in. We've got different personal trainers, we've got different dietitians, different nutritionists who all have different opinions, different ideas about how you should exercise and do all this stuff. Underlying it all is a good intention, right? However, we then again have a negative side to personal development, personal growth and spirituality, and also a positive side. We live in a reality of duality and polarity, and that's just the way things are. And so when you now lean in and give away your power to personal development or spirituality or manifesting things into your reality, guess what? You are now off your path, and now you're on a path of someone else's ideas, philosophies and belief systems. In other words, we're giving away our power to the gurus. Like, I would never want you to give me your power. I've had people call me, guru. I've had people call me God and all of these things. And I'm just like, why would you want to give your power to something outside of yourself? This is not something that we should do. We should always focus on giving power to ourselves. If you have this idea or belief system that God is out there, then there's going to be a real problem, because now you're reaching externally, you're leaning into something out there. The external world's teaching you religion or spirituality or whatever it is. Now you're probably saying, well, if that's the case, Gavin, how do I learn to grow? How do I understand spirituality more? How do I grow and expand? How do I learn information if the whole entire world is designed to go to a school to learn from the external world, learn from our parents, learn from all of these things? Well, it's all about going within, all right? We have the Akashic records. We have the power to tap into our subconscious mind. We have the power to tap into the superconscious mind. We have the power to tap into infinite intelligence. We have the power to tap into our guides. We have the power, the unlimited power, to go within and really see what's really going on and becoming a free thinker. And as you become a free thinker, now these things like personal development or feminism or MGTOW or red pill or certain philosophies, ideas and belief systems are not necessarily something that you're leaning into and identifying with. They are something that you're using as a tool to facilitate your free thinking. Does that make sense? You are not giving away your power. You're saying, I am already powerful the way I am, and I'm using these things as a tool on my utility belt to grow and expand and become a greater version of myself. I'm using it to bring more power into my life instead of me reaching out, trying to get power or leaning into someone else's ideas, philosophies, and belief systems. And you're creating certain boundaries and a force field around you. But you see, because as an empath, being nice, you're going to pick up those calls, right? When someone calls you and they're having a hard time or whatever it is, you want to help, you want to serve. When someone's texting you, you need to reply. And you need to reply quickly, or otherwise you feel bad. You're afraid to say no about going out to the club or going out with your friends to whatever it is, when you really want to spend time on your own or whatever it is. And so now we're leaning into other people's paths. We're leaning into other people's identities and belief systems and philosophies. And we're not becoming free thinkers. You see, most of the power that an empath has is actually being extremely selfish. That's the most power an empath has. You naturally want to give. So what we want to do is switch that around and naturally want to give to oneself. Because when you focus on the one, you are the one, source, creator. You are a part of this entire universe, which we call energy, right? You are the center of your universe because everything surrounds you. And so if that's the case, then why are you focused externally? Why are you focused on the outside? Why are you focused on getting more money? Why are you focused on getting more success? Why are you focused on getting more happiness? Why? Because you've been taught that it's outside there, right? It's not outside, it's in here. Indoors, not outdoors, right? So when Keisha, Bob, or Melinda is going through a situation, you can choose to help them from your power, or you can choose to help them from lack. They're going through something, but you're tired. They're going through something, but you got your own problems. They're going through something, and you need to get your money up. They're going through something, but you need to focus on your purpose, your career, and whatever it is. There's always going to be distractions. And there are people like myself that will distract you for the intention of giving you power. And there are people that will distract you with the intention of taking your power. Well, some people, it's not an intentional thing that they're taking away your power, but you're leaning into giving away your power to them, giving away your time and resources, your money, your energy. And then you deplete that. And as you deplete that, you limit how much time, energy, money, resources you have, energy that you have. And that's less time focusing on what you really want to do. You see, we only have 24 hours in a day. Oprah Winfrey has 24 hours in a day. Jim Carrey has 24 hours in a day. Bob Proctor has 24 hours in a day. Gavin Speaks, have 24 hours in a day. And it's how you use that time, energy, time, resources, your energy is your resources. It's how you use that that's going to facilitate your growth, facilitate your manifestations. Remember, every single situation is going to deplete your vibration. Every negative situation is going to deplete your vibration. And so when we become more selfish, what happens is you develop power. And when there's a big snowball rolling down, right? When there's a big, avalanche, you can't stop it, right? It's gone too far. It's going down the hill. People want to help other people when they even got an avalanche yet, right? You want to help people, you want to help, right? But you haven't got an avalanche yet. You haven't raised your power, you haven't raised your vibration to the point where you're able to do that in a capacity where you're still able to create the value that you want in your own life, you see. But what if, Gavin, I lose my friends? What if I, lose my family or my relationship or whatever it is? I can tell you, once you start doing it, after a week, 2 weeks, you naturally become more attractive. It just happens. It's just what it is, because you are glowing, right? You are lighting up. The more you light up, the more you shine, right? The more you're able to give from a place of abundance, right? And as you begin giving from abundance, from your power, where it's not draining you, but it's actually giving something to you, it's a whole different ball game. Now, I know in some cases, in some scenarios, when we give something, we feel good about it. All right. And I understand that concept, and it makes a lot of sense. I'm not saying not to help people. I'm just saying be careful how you help people. Do not lean into their path. Do not lean into their journey. It's their journey. All right. You're helping them from a distance. You're helping them whilst being detached. You're helping them whilst not feeling sorry for them. And this is a little bit hard to do, but you want to help people whilst you're not feeling sorry for them, right? You are realizing and acknowledging that they have their own past, their own belief systems, right? Their own identity, their own values, their own upbringing, their own ancestry, their own past lives, their own Akashic records. You can't deal with all of that. Like, you're dealing with all that. Okay, you can help them, you can support them, but you can't actually help someone. That person needs to go and help themselves. It's not your job as an empath to help people, right? It's your job as an empath to support them, guide, right? When you lean in and you're trying to help them, guess what? You are not helping yourself. You're leaving yourself out of the equation, and you're no longer a part of your soul. It's almost like you're no longer a part of who you truly are, right? The center, right? The center substance of all that is. You have to understand that your creational energy, that you are a part of what we call God or the universe or whatever it is. And if you can just see right now, everything surrounds you. It starts with you. Everything is you pushed out. And once we can begin to acknowledge this and take responsibility rather than becoming a victim to our external reality and giving ourselves that power, it will change our lives in really powerful ways. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to start going and giving yourself power. Turn off notifications on your phone, right? Don't need to answer to people straight away. Don't need to reply to texts right away. Figure out what it is that you want to do this year, 2021. Get clear on your goals. Get clear on the mindset that you want to have. Get clear on your belief systems that you want to create for yourself, all right? And be selfish enough to have these things. Be selfish enough to create this version of yourself and be fully grounded in it like a big ass tree trunk, just rooted into it. So now you're rooted into it, you can't be swayed. Like, you can't be pushed over. It's going to take a lot of force for you to break, right? And so when you give from that abundant place, what happens is you've got so many branches, right? You're abundant in branches and leaves, right? You're tall, right? The sun can get to you. You're taking care of nature, providing the oxygen, right? And not only that, the nature in terms of the birds that are going to be living in the tree, you're housing more room because you've just focused on building yourself, all right? And so it's natural for you to create value or help for more people, all right? Got to have that long-term vision of what you're creating in your life and what it is that you want to manifest, all right? Because people are stealing your energy, they're stealing your vibration, they're stealing your manifestations because you're focused on leaning in, right? Lean into yourself, focus on yourself, be selfish, all right? So if you're interested, you can get a free energy reading from me where I'm going to make a custom video just for you, okay? Where I'm going to find out what's blocking you energetically from raising your vibration to what I call the top 5. Okay, the top 5 is the vibrational state that will radically change your life. Okay, it's 5 different vibrations, right? These 5 vibrations, once you get to that place, making money is easier, having more success is easier, finding love is easier, improving your health is easier, right? Getting more stuff done is easier, improving your business success is easier, impacting more people's lives is easier. Okay, because you're resonating so freaking high. I'm going to share with you where you resonate at right now, and I'm going to show you where you need to be resonating in order to transform your life in very powerful ways. All right. So this is something that we're getting a lot of people requesting this. And so please give me some time to do these readings for you. All right. You can go to the link in the description and click on whatsappgavin.com and send us a message and request for your free energy reading, okay, or manifestation diagnosis session. All right. And from there, I'll be able to create a custom video for you. But if you don't want to do that, that's okay. Leave a comment below on what you thought about this video and tell me a little bit more about where you're leaning in, right? Where you're giving away your power and what you can do about that, okay? And make sure you write those things down. Like, write down, like, where am I leaning in my life? Where am I giving away my power? Where am I giving away my energy? And I can tell you, when you bring it all back to this, woo, become really powerful, okay? So that's about it for this video. There's a video over here if you want to watch that. And remember to keep learning, keep growing, keep expanding, and I'll speak to you soon. Peace.